So far, we uploaded media file to PostPulse and we also published it to TikTok account. However, it was not very convenient because we had to wait while downloading and then uploading it back to PostPulse each and every time. And if something happened to our workflow, any changes that would trigger the workflow execution again, we need to wait for downloading and uploading again. However, it works perfectly fine with Google Drive or, for example, your files that are stored locally on the disk. But if you have a proper file storage, something, let's say, like AWS S3 bucket or something similar S3 compatible, you can share the public URL to your file. It would be much easier to allow us to download it instead. Again, what I'm going to show you related to from public URL option. However, it would not work with Google Drive because Google Drive URL navigates to HTML page. It doesn't actually return the binary file itself. So what we need the proper file storage. For example, in my case, it's a publicly available bucket where I can get copy URL from, and it would be public URL, so I can just go ahead and download it directly from here. So I will use it and I will paste it here. I select from URL in upload source option and I click and I paste URL and I copy the file name and I execute this step. And when I execute it, in response, I will actually get not file path because we also need some time to download it and upload it internally on our site. That's why we return identifier of background process that will be responsible for file download and upload for you. So, for you. So in our case, we have the new process and it's in a queued state. So before we proceed, we need to wait for the final status of this process. For this, we have get upload status operation and as import ID, we just need identified from our previous step. And in response, we will get the state and also some information about the MIME type, processed bytes. And if this state is ready, we will have the S3 key. And this S3 key we will actually use in our next steps when we merge. And then when we schedule post, we will just use this S3 key instead of like pass that we used previously. So in my case, the process was pretty fast, maybe because my file was relatively small, but it doesn't mean that you will get the ready state on the first attempt each time. So sometimes you will need to wait. So how to do it properly? I think that before we proceed with merge function, we should add a switch case here, and we will have these three possible outcomes probably. Either we are ready, so the file was processed, or we will have the some errors. Maybe it was failed, so the process failed and we need to we need the human in the loop in this case, and maybe it's still in progress, right? So we will have three possible outcomes. The first one, it's ready state, and if it's ready, then we will probably proceed. Second, if it's something like failed temporarily or permanently, it will be our second outcome. And lastly, if it's not ready and it's not failed, it's maybe queued or it's maybe downloading, then we will just retry after some time. Let's call it in progress. Okay, so if it's ready, we will proceed with merge. If it's failed, probably we will need the we will need you to review the process because maybe in details, in error details in response, you will get some information what went wrong. Maybe it was a wrong file type, or maybe it was access issue. So you provided not public URL, and we were not able to download this file for you. If it's not failed, if it's not ready, it's probably in progress. So let's just wait for, let's say, 5 seconds. And let's retry with get status upload. There is one thing that I noticed while completing the editing stuff is that there were some mistakes in our switch function here. It was not fully operational. So let's review it one more time. In our switch function, what we want to do, we want to switch the logic, dispatch the workflow execution, depending on the status of our media upload. So if it's ready, meaning the state is equal to ready, then we want to proceed with merge function. If it's failed, and what does it mean? It means that it can be failed temporarily or failed permanently, and it means that our state is one of these two. And this is where we had a mistake. So first of all, its array contains operation here, and also here we should use not fixed statement but expression. And to make it JavaScript array, we actually need to use to open in and to close in brackets, and we need to also format it as the proper array. So currently this is array, and then our contains operation would work. And the same applies here. What we want to do, we want also the expression with JavaScript array here, and we should also use does not contain in arrays. So if our state is not failed, is not ready, then this is the last output. It means in progress, and then we should probably wait for some time before retry our upload status. Currently, we have system where we upload file from public URL from your file system, which is quite fast. So you just delegated the downloading and uploading to PostPulse, and we will take care of it. So you just need to provide public URL to us and just wait for ready result before you proceed.